Happy Sunday, friends. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to Des and Cats Wellness Tarot. Lots of things going on. Hope you're all doing well. Of course, we had Friday the 13th. We had a new moon and a solar eclipse yesterday. I don't know about you all, but it's freezing here. But good news, the weather is supposed to get a little bit warmer next week, 15, 16 degrees Celsius, which in Fahrenheit is like about like low 50s, early 60s. You guys know what I mean. There's that. I have done nothing all weekend, you guys. I have sat on my behind in my PJs and I have watched movies and more movies and even more movies, and I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. So, how are you guys all doing? Hi, Ellen. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Twisted Sushi. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So the rule of thumb to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit that we go by, because I'm at a certain age that when the metric system came into Canada, I actually missed it. Like I was in high school already. So I was, pounds and inches and feet. It took a lot to sort of flip that switch around for myself. So we have all these little tricks and things that we use, right? So to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, you take the number, so the temperature, if it was 10, you double it, so now it's 20, and then you add 30. So 10 degrees Celsius would be approximately 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's kind of the easy conversion for us. Hi, Paisley. Hi, Pisces greeter. Hi, Debbie. Good evening. How are you guys doing? Oh, it was Jackie's birthday celebration. In full confession, happy birthday to Jackie. If you're talking about Jackie's moon from Ireland, she's a lovely, lovely lady. I did not know that she was on. I just sort of went sitting in front of my desk and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go live. I'm in my pajamas, in full disclosure. So, Ellen says, first of all, let's put this up here on the screen. Paisley, peace, hug, positive energy, and courage exchange, helping us grow from my soul, spark of unconditional love. Love it. Thank you, Paisley, for that. Appreciate you. Ellen says, did you stay home because you felt low energy? You have felt very low energy, tired all weekend. No, I did not. First of all, I don't leave the house, so I'm always at home. No, my energy wasn't low. In full disclosure, guys, my anxiety is really, really high and has been for the last little while. And so I just needed some time to sort of, love myself up and do things that make me happy so that my anxiety could be lowered. And it worked. Yay. Hi, Brazilian baby. Good to see you. Oh, Jackie Jorkanda. Okay. Jessica Lynn is in the house. Hello, everybody. So, friends, Sunday Oracle message goes out every Sunday. Normally, it's a pre-recorded reading. And I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it live. So, I have 2 decks of cards out. First deck of cards that I have is the Prism Oracle. Okay. And the Prism Oracle has a great reading that you guys have seen me do many, many times, pre-recorded, of course. The General Check-In. Okay. It consists of 5 cards. The second deck that I have out is the Sacred Forest Oracle. One of my very first decks that I ever bought. I love it. And in this deck, we have done this as well many, many times. Message from our spirit guides. So if you want a reading, it will either be the general check-in, which is the energy that's on its way out, the energy that's coming in, the lesson that you're learning, advice from your higher self, and the outcome from this period. Or with the Sacred Forest Oracle, message from your spirit guide. So from your higher self, from your heavenly beings, from the earth spirits, from your ancestors, and from your future self. So they're very similar in their readings, but equally differently. So you guys let me know what you want, whether you want the Prism Oracle or the Sacred Forest. Let me know. We'll do some readings. The dog is going crazy because it's raining and the leaves are blowing, and she's never seen this before, right? This is her first fall experience. And so far, she's not having a good time with it. Let me just say, she was out in the backyard this morning. The wind was blowing. The leaves are all falling down. And she's literally just standing there, just barking at the wind because she doesn't know what's happening. It's kind of adorable, but also I feel for her because she doesn't understand. And yes, I'm smoking a cigarette because I didn't time it well. Jumping back here. Just want to put a few banners up on the screen. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Anybody wants to give a super chat or a super thanks, those are gratefully appreciated. It's not necessary, but it's gratefully appreciated. If anyone wants to book a private reading with me, that info is in the description box below the video, and I do it by the cost of a donation, so whatever you can afford. And if you really want to help the channel, you can hit the thumbs up, which is what we call the like button. You can share this video with a friend or on your social media. Of course, you can subscribe. That always helps. And of course, hit the bell notification bell so you know whenever a new video or a live is happening. All right. So we will go back over here. Ellen wants the Prism. Got it. Jessica Lynn would like the Sacred Forest. Teresa, how are you, my friend? Yes, I'm in Ontario, Ellen. Sacred Forest. with Prism clarifiers is needed. I love it. I do want to mention that at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm going on my other channel, which if you bear with me here, I will copy and paste and stick this into the chat. This is my other channel, which is Dozen Cats Chats, and it's sort of like a podcasty type of vibe. And tonight we are talking about other people's opinions and how they influence us. So breaking that down. So if you guys want to join me over there at 9 p.m. tonight. So hi, Liz. How you doing, love? All right. So just a quick recap. Before we get started, we're doing, we're offering two different readings tonight. One is with the Prism Oracle, which is a general check-in, the energy coming, leaving you, the energy coming in, the lessons that you can learn, and advice as to the outcome with these energies. The second one is the Sacred Forest Oracle and messages from your spirit guides. So from your higher self, your ancestors, that type of thing. Let me know in the comment section if you want a reading and what deck you want me to use. Hi, Lisa. It's good to see you. Absolutely, Liz. Absolutely. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first one up is Ellen. Okay, we're going to take that banner that's rolling along the bottom off because I know that that's super distracting. It is to me. Anyway. All right. Hi, Pooja. How you doing, love? All right, so Ellen would like the Prism Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started with Ellen's reading. Whoops. Ellen, I just threw all the cards all over the place. Bear with me one moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Kidding. All right, now I got to get myself organized again here with my chair. Of course, Pooja. Oh my goodness. All right. Pooja, Debbie. All right. One more card for Ellen. All right, here we go. All right. You know what, Ellen? I don't know, but we'll just run with it, okay? So, energy that's on its way out for you, Ellen. Absolutely, Mary. Good to see you, my love. Fear. Fear is on its way out. Perfect. Good. Get out. Right? Energy that's on its way in is energy. So to me, this is like being inspired. This is being motivated. Things start to, fall into place and make sense. In other words, what could have been blocking you or stopping you or causing you to, sort of go back and forth and up and down and sideways all over it, is now a thing where you're like, yes, I'm ready. The lesson that you're learning right now, I love this for you, Ellen. Trust. Trust yourself. Trust the guides. Trust the inner wisdom and the guidance that you have to make decisions, choices for yourself. Trust that you know what's best. The outcome of this period in your life, I apologize. The advice from your higher self is sweetness. And to me, this is being kind to yourself. This is loving yourself. This is honoring, if you had issues with something, or if you did something really great, and allowing yourself to praise yourself, right? This is coming from a loving, kind, and compassionate place towards yourself. The outcome of this period in your life is success. This is a journey that you have just been on. You may not have realized it, but you were on a journey, and you have arrived at a really, really amazing spot, because what you have done, as I love to say, is you've taken the bumper car with that band of rubber around it, so that if an obstacle gets in your way or a challenge shows up, you just bounce right off of it. That's what you're moving towards. And I love that for you. It is so inspiring and so encouraging for anyone to have that reading. Amazing. Keep up the good work, my friend. Oh, what a lovely way to start. Ellen, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Hi, Hypnicity. Yes, I've got you, love. Hi, Pierrette. Okay. So just to recap really, really quickly, we're doing two different types of readings tonight. We have the Prism Oracle or the Sacred Forest Oracle. The Prism Oracle, you just heard me do Ellen's reading. It's about energy checking in, or coming in and leaving in the lessons. And the Sacred Forest is message from your spirit guides. You guys tell me which decks you want. We've got 8 questions. I think that we're good right now. But we'll sort of see how we go, okay? And I just want to make sure that I've got everyone here. I've got Jessica Lynn, Paisley, Liz, Pooja, Debbie, Mary, and Pierrette. Let me know if I've missed anybody. Hi, honey, from the living room. Okay. Next, we go to Miss Jessica, who is looking for a sacred forest reading. All right. Sacred forest it is. That was an excellent reading, Ellen. Oh, Lise. Did I starred you, I thought? Sometimes the star just doesn't work, but I'm so glad that you're on it. Yep, you did do it, and I did not star you. Or maybe I unstarred it. What can I say? You're on there now. And Hypnocity, I got you. Okay. Here we go. Jessica Lynn. 5 cards for Jessica Lynn. What does she need to know? Okay. I don't know what is going on, friends. Spirit is alive and well in my office because the cards are flying. Spirit is alive and well. Wow, they are literally, they're like flying. Jessica. Goodness gracious. All right, Jessica, here we go, my love. Oh, thank you, Hypnocity. Blessings, my friend. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Okay. So, Miss Jessica, we start off with a message from your higher self. So this card represents you, or it, like, just like where you're at right now, right? Love this. We have the Bluebell Fairy and gratitude. So coming from a place of a kind heart, coming from a place of, a higher vibrational state, which is amazing. Message from your heavenly beings. So this card represents what your heavenly beings want you to know. Beautiful. We have the toadstool and growth. I have said, so I have total chills right now. I have said so many times, and I'm speaking for myself personally, that when I started to really embrace the healing part of what was happening to me, was when I started to put together, sort of connect the dots, that the more I opened my heart to love, to kindness, to gratitude, to that higher vibrational state, the happier I felt, the more joy I was allowed to invite in, and the more I really felt it. Like, it wasn't just something that I said or something that I did. I literally felt it. So this is confirmation that whatever that you're doing in terms of your inside, right? Your connection with that vibrational state, it's working. Things are happening. Things are moving in a forward direction. And you're starting to feel more happy, more positive overall. You may not even realize it, but that's what's happening. The third card is message from the Earth Spirit. So this card is about Divine Earth Mother, animals, plants, trees, and the stone allies. We have Raven Spirit and Truth, because you're standing in your truth. You're speaking your truth. Now, you may not be telling other people, but your heart is telling you, and you are putting that out into the universe. Your work is showing. Your growth is really, really showing through here, really, really coming through. The next card is message from your ancestors. So this is a powerful sort of missive from those who are connected to you through your heritage. So from your relations who are in spirit, oh my God, this is beautiful for you, Jessica. Look, fire, spirit, and energy. They are co-signing the growth. They are co-signing the happier, higher vibrational state that you are in. They are able to connect and send you messages and to communicate with you because your vibration is higher. When your vibration is low, you know, those messages are really, really, really hard and few and far between, right? Oh my God, this is beautiful. Message from your future self, Jessica. This card contains a message from who you are to become in the future. If only we could go back to our younger self and give that person advice and guidance based on what we have learned. We have Aspen spirit and courage. Keep going. You know, the sky is the limit, right? You are soaring to new heights. So don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. Outstanding message for Jessica. Outstanding. Oh gosh, I love this. I am so glad that I went. This is not what I was going to do at all. So I'm so glad that I went with this idea because I am supercharged. I feel like that reading is just beyond encouraging. Outstanding. Well done, Jessica. Many blessings to you, my love. All right, Paisley is up next with, and I love that Jessica's like great messages. Yes, I've been doing inner work. Hi, Rose Blue. Okay. I just want to say that the questions are closed for now because I don't want to go too late. Remember, I have another live at 9, right? Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, my friend. Many blessings to you. Sacred Forest for Paisley. All right. Sacred Forest for Paisley. Good for you, Rose Blue. Good for you, my friend. I feel better just pressing the live button tonight, you guys. Honestly. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I just want you to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. When I give these kinds of readings, when I can give that message to you, you have no idea what it does for me. Like, it's bringing me to tears. I am absolutely emotional because I am so happy when I can give these kinds of inspirational and motivational and confirmational messages to you that your work is paying off, that it's being recognized, that you are being acknowledged, that you're being validated. You're being encouraged to continue. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. All right, Miss Paisley. What does Miss Paisley need to know, please, Spirit? And if we could keep the cards on the desk, I'd appreciate it. All right, we have 2 cards out for Paisley. All right. Four cards out for Paisley. Okay, so the cards fell out, but not on the floor, so. What? They tried. It tried, but my foot stopped it. Okay, here we go, friends. Here we go. Miss Paisley, are you ready? I feel like we need a drum roll. These cards are energized. Holy. Or I'm energized. I'm not sure which. Combination of both. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Paisley, card number 1 for you. Message from your higher self, right? We have this beautiful dragonfly spirit, and I know it's really, really difficult to see, but the word on there is change. Based on the other cards that I'm seeing, it is more like a go with the flow kind of vibe, right? That your higher self is saying to you or reminding you that navigating change is just something that happens. It is inevitable, and to embrace the change is what I think this is for you. Message from your heavenly beings is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. One of my favorite cards in this whole deck, the Owl Spirit and Wisdom. So you have the inner wisdom. You have the internal guidance that helps you to navigate change, helps you to navigate life, right? In a way that makes you feel like you're actually moving forward. I'm getting the vibe that this is a lesson for many people in your reading here, that a step forward can be looked at as, oh gosh, I take one step forward and 2 steps backward. If we have the right attitude, it is still a step forward. Even though we don't see or feel the progress, it's still a step forward, because if we've learned something from it, then we can't repeat it, right? Or we should not repeat it, or we won't repeat it. It's that kind of vibe I'm picking up. Message from your earth spirits, which again is the animal, the plant, and the stone allies. You have the bluebird spirit and happiness. So your happiness, your overall approach and attitude is sort of navigated by your inner wisdom, your life experience. Like I feel like do you know what I mean? You know that this is how it happens. And you know that if you resist it, it's not going to do anything. It's only going to make you miserable. We have next the message from your ancestors. We have frog spirit and renewal. Again, reinforcing that idea that change is inevitable, that if you resist it, it just makes it harder. So, you're not really like a dip your toe in the water kind of gal. You're more like I'm just going to jump in, because sink or swim. That's how I feel. This feels very much like a confirmation, almost like say last week you were like, oh, I'm having a crap week, right? Like nothing's working. And then you took yourself outside or to a quiet spot, or you journaled about it or whatever, you prayed upon it, whatever. And you decided, I'm going to do X or X, Y, and Z. This is like a confirmation you were heard and you were on the right track. That's what this feels like to me. So the last card is a message from your future self. We've got the Phoenix and transmutation. Not to be confused with a transformation. The transmutation is the process. The transformation is the result of that process. This is complete validation to you that you have been heard, that you are being acknowledged, and being confirmed that you are on the right path. That your attitude towards your approach and how you implement the lessons that you learn along the path are absolutely doing exactly what you need them to do for your highest and best good. Outstanding message. Outstanding. I hope that you enjoyed that. Hi, Jess. I'll star you, love. And if I can, I will do it. Hi, Thomas. It's good to see you. Thank you, Paisley, so much. Liz is up next. What we're doing, just to clarify, we're doing one of two things. You're either getting a reading from the Prism Oracle, which is about an energy kind of vibe, or the Sacred Forest, which is from your spirit guides. You guys choose the decks. All right, so Jess, you can let me know when we get to you. So Liz wants a message from the Sacred Forest Oracle as well. Then we're going to go to Hypnocity is next. And again, thank you so much, Hypnocity, for the super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. All right, you guys, here we go for Miss Liz. Remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. If anyone wants to book a private reading with me, the information is in the description box below the video. You want to help the channel, share the video with a friend. Oh my goodness, Hypnocity. I don't know, friends, these cards are on fire tonight. Or I'm on fire. I don't know what it is, but the cards are flying, you guys. Hit the thumbs up, hit that bell notification so you know whenever new content is available or coming up. Comments under the video help, of course, to get the word out about the channel, help to spread the message. Anything that you do is greatly, greatly appreciated because it all helps. All right, for Miss Liz. Oh, hi, Bims. Aw, thanks, Hypnocity. Very kind of you, my friend. I do appreciate you. Okay. Beautiful. So, Miss Liz, first card out, message from your higher self, power. Don't forget who you are. Never, 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 never. And that is really, really hard to do, right? It's hard to remember that we are a powerful being, a powerful ball of energy. It's hard to remember that sometimes. It's hard to remember, especially in times of, you know, trials and challenges and obstacles and roadblocks or heartache or sadness or just, you know, because it's Tuesday. You know, it's hard to remember. My mother used to say, on a side note, that if you want to remember what you're capable of, read your resume. That's what my mama used to say. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Message number 2 is message from your heavenly beings. So this is like your spirit guide, your spirit team, right? All that are watching over you. We have the moonlight enchantment and magic. I'm getting totally chilled. I feel like what this is saying to you is, it's like when you go to the bookstore and you pick up a book, okay, and you go immediately to the back cover, as most of us do, and you read it, and then you go to like the middle of the book. Instead of starting at the very beginning to get an understanding of the whole picture, right? Because that's what the beginning is. I mean, it's usually like an introduction, right? You don't want to start something at the end because it's already done. It's already completed. It's already finished. It's decided. You want to start it at the beginning where you can mold it and shape it and work with it and sort of, you know, allow yourself to form it to the way that you need it to be, right? So that your handprint is literally imprinted on whatever it is that you're doing. It's got to have your vibe, you know? Third card is messages from earth spirits. So this is the animal, the plants, the trees, and stone allies. You know, this is from the divine earth mother. You have this guardian of spring activation. This is the judgment card in tarot, right? This is a new understanding. This is like the Ace of Swords, your aha moment. All of a sudden, it's like, boom. Oh, now I know exactly what I need to do. All of a sudden, there's forward momentum and that wheel starts to turn again. And you're like, okay, all right, I got this, I got it, right? It's that kind of vibe. Message from your ancestors. Dragonfly spirit and change. I know this is really hard to see. I don't know why they put that in white above the waterfall, but there you have it, friends. I feel like this message for you, Liz, is to remind you to remember that you are in control of how you navigate change. Navigating change doesn't have to be a roadblock or an obstacle. It can be a wonderful, beautiful thing because you are, for lack of a better way to put it, unsticking yourself, right? You're starting to make progress. You're seeing the forest despite all of the trees covering up, right? You're starting to see the path ahead. You're being courageous and taking steps forward, and you're implementing lessons from the past so you don't repeat, right? So this your ancestors are encouraging you to remember this power and that you have it. To feel the guides in the magic, that they protect you always and are with you always. To use that to increase positive thinking and forward momentum. The message from your future self. You've got the bluebird spirit and happiness. This is allowing yourself to acknowledge any and all blessings. This is allowing you and asking of you to see the silver lining or the positive in any situation, right? I feel like this is a very encouraging reading for you, Liz, that what you're doing is working. Don't give up hope. Don't ever lose sight of the end goal. Things are happening. Growth is happening. And you are protected. That's what I feel like this message is about for you. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, we move on to Miss Hypnicity. And Miss Hypnicity would like a reading from any deck I choose. I'm going to go with the Prism Oracle for Hypnicity. You guys aren't talking very much in the chat. You all quiet, or are you watching other things, or what? What's going on in the chat? Just don't feel like chatting? That's totally okay. All right, here we go for Miss Hypnicity. Whoa. 2 cards flying out for Hypnicity. 1 card flipping over inside the deck. And another card flew out. I don't know what's happening, friends. Woohoo! All right. So that one's out, that one's out, that one's out, and this one's out. Hypnicity, I do apologize. I just want to take a moment and say hi to Ron, Unconditional Love. We send you lots of love and prayers. Sadly, Ron lost his fur baby last week. She was 14 years old. And our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts are with you, Ron. They are such a special part of our family, our fur babies, and it's so different than a human connection, because it is exactly what Ron represents, which is unconditional love. Their only expectation is that you're going to love them back as much as they love you. And so I hope that time helps with that, Ron, with the loss, and I hope that you are able to, hold on to those wonderful memories from your baby. We send you lots of love and prayers, my friend. Bims is in the chat, and Bims said that they haven't seen me online in a while, and so I want to just take a moment and address that really, really quickly. I have been going through a lot of stuff mentally. My anxiety is very, very high. I have gone through some situations here on YouTube that have really affected me, as much as I tried for that not to happen. And I am just trying to navigate to the best of my ability. You will notice that I don't have a lot of lives scheduled. You will notice that I'm not doing any collaborations. And I've had to do that because I feel like I have to do that to protect myself. I have touched on it a few times. I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to take away from what we're doing, and I want to keep the energy where it was. But I appreciate you, Bims, saying that and allowing me to say that to you guys. I just want you to know that I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I am never going to give up. What I do here is literally a lifeline for me. It is literally my lifeline. And so I am committed to what I do here, what we do together. I just ask for your support and your patience while I navigate this space. I feel a whole lot better than I did. And that's why I took this time this weekend just to love myself up, right? So thank you for allowing me to address that, Bims. I really appreciate you. All right, here we go. Oh, thanks, Hypnocity. Thanks, everybody. All right, Hypnocity's reading Prism Oracle. So the energy that's on its way out, we have frustration. So I'm not sure if you've been frustrated lately, but frustration is on its way out. What's on its way in is happiness. Happiness is on its way in. The lesson that you are learning, literally, it's like I just said what I just said, and this is my reading, even though I threw these cards before I said it. So that's not true. The lesson that you're learning right now, Hypnocity, rest. Feeding your body what it needs, right? If you need to eat, if you need to rest, if you need exercise, if you need support, if you need to be left alone, if you need to go out and have some fun, really listening to yourself and giving your body what it needs. Rest. That sort of Four of Swords vibe, right? Meditation, rejuvenation, and contemplation, right? It's that awesome Sunday afternoon walk, in nature. That's the kind of vibe. Advice from your higher self, got to maintain that balance, right? It's not a juggling act. You got to maintain that balance. So in other words, for the frustration to go and the happiness to come in, we need to rest in between those moments. so that we can achieve that wonderful state of balance. And if we can do that, then the outcome for this period is movement. You know, because you've connected all the dots. That's what this is about, right? You released, you invited joy in because you were listening to your body and feeding it in the way that you need to for yourself, for your highest and best good, right? You understand that you got to keep those scales. I mean, we're in Libra season. This is what this is all about. This is what the solar eclipse was all about, was maintaining the sense of harmony and balance, which is so hard right now, right? But if you can do that, and it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It just means that if you can do that, if you pay attention to you and listen to you and to spirit, you will feel like you're making progress, right? That's what I got for you. Oh, there you go. Okay, that makes sense. Hi, Deb. All right, friends, we move on now from Hypnicity to Miss Pooja. What we're doing, friends, and I'm sorry, but the questions are closed. What we were doing is doing readings from the Prism Oracle, which is like an energy check-in, or the Sacred Forest Oracle, which is like a message from your spirit guides. It was my way of doing the Sunday Oracle message live because I thought, hey, why not? And if you guys like it, we'll do it. We'll do it more often because I think it's kind of cool. Pooja would like a Sacred Forest Oracle reading. You're very welcome, Miss City. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up and share the content with a friend on your social media. That's the only way it seems to be able to break this YouTube algorithm, because honestly, I don't seem to be going anywhere. Like, I lose a subscriber, I gain 2 subscribers. I lose 3 subscribers, I gain 2 subscribers. I just like keep bouncing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There's no growth. And that's okay. That's all right. But I think that we should have a little growth. So why not? So here we go for Miss Pooja from the Sacred Forest Oracle. Whoa, again, flying cards. We are on fire this evening, friends. Literally. Oh, it's too much, isn't it, Ron? It's so hard. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want to sidetrack myself, but, you know, I don't want to be negative about my YouTube experience because I love you guys. Truly, as I said before, you are my lifeline and my experience with what I do here on my channel, right? And the content that we create together, I'm proud of, and I stand behind it. But the YouTube experience in general, it is a mental minefield, and we will leave it at that. It is a mental minefield. And when you have a mental issue, as I do, it becomes really, 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 really tricky to navigate. Just as a reminder that tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm on my other channel, Dozen Cats Chats. I will put the link into the description box below if I can find it. I am doing a chat at 9 p.m. Eastern on that channel. Make sure you're subscribed because you can't participate unless you are. I'm kidding, of course. We are talking about other people's opinions and how they may influence us. So I would love it if you guys could join me over there. All right, here we go. Miss Pooja. Wrong book. So, message from your higher self. We have the Frog Spirit and Renewal. Message from your higher self, renewal. To use the energy of the moment to kickstart, if you will, a period of growth and forward movement, right? To not allow yourself to get stuck in the energy. If you feel like you are wearing cement shoes, if you feel like you're taking a step backwards, right? This is asking you to find the, a new perspective, a new understanding, if that makes sense. Message from your heavenly beings. You have Starry Night and Acceptance. As human beings, we think that, we set this bar for ourselves that is so impossibly high. Like, says who? Says who that you are not good enough as you are? Says who that you need to do better? You are saying that to you. Don't do that. You're perfect just the way you are. It is fine to want to grow, and it is fine to want to achieve different things and to learn other things. It is great to want to, soar to the top of the mountain. It's wonderful to do that. It's encouraging and empowering and inspiring, but you are already awesome as you are. So the point is, it's not about detracting from what you want to do. It is about not sabotaging yourself by telling yourself that what you're already doing isn't good enough. It's great to encourage yourself, but you have to acknowledge that who you are is already pretty friggin' awesome. So all you're doing is improving on your awesomeness. Do you know what I mean? Acceptance. You must accept yourself before other people can accept you. Speaking of other people's opinions are just that. Their problem. They got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. All right, moving on. Message from your earth spirits. This is your animal, your plant, your stone, and tree allies. You've got this lovely Guardian of Spirit card, which is activation. This is the light switch. You turn on the faucet, right? It's like that what's the word I'm looking for? Help me, Spirit. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's like your green light. Like you're at the traffic light, right? And you're like, okay, and the light turns green and you're like, go. It's your inspiration moment. It's when all things sort of come together and make sense. Have you ever sat there and went, oh my God, I don't know what to do. 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 How do I do this? I don't know what to do. And all of a sudden you're like watching TV, you're talking to your friend on the phone, you're in the kitchen making dinner, whatever. And all of a sudden you're like, boom, that's exactly how I need to do it. Just hits you like out of nowhere. It doesn't hit you out of nowhere. That's a message. It's clarity. It's clarity, activation, clarity. Literally turning the faucet on or turning the light switch on, right? Message from your ancestors. Hummingbird spirit and joy. Embrace the joy, my friend. Embrace the joy. Revel in the joy. Find the joy in everything. Not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that you don't. But there is joy all around us. There is blessings all around us. And if we focus on those joys and those blessings that are all around us, we will lift our vibrational state. When we lift our vibrational state, that is when inspiration can come. That is when clarity happens. That's when focus is available to us, right? More so than when we are not. I'm not saying it's not happening, because of course it can happen, but you have to work twice as hard to achieve that than you do when you come from a happier state. Message from your future self. You've got the Bluebird Spirit and Happiness. This card keeps showing up, which is great. I'm thrilled to keep seeing this card. Happiness. You have these two cards. You've got happiness and joy with these lovely birds. In this moment, as you are, as you stand, I want you to count your blessings. I want you to be grateful. I want you to start a gratitude journal kind of vibe, right? You have to be happy where you're at. I don't need to go here. I don't need to do that because I've already got everything that I need. But that would be amazing. Acceptance. I hope that that makes sense. I hope that that makes sense to you, Pooja. Many blessings to you, my love. Thank you so much for asking the question. Okay. All right. Miss Debbie is up next and would like a reading. Any deck is good. I'm going to go with the Sacred Forest Oracle. Oh, Lise, I'm so sorry, hon. And yes, Jess, other people's opinions are none of my business. That's a great way to put it. Remember, we're going to talk about that at 9 p.m. Eastern on my other channel. If you're not already subscribed, go on over there. Subscribe. I would greatly appreciate your support. All right, here we go. Like, Lisa, when you say the anxiety is grabbing a hold of you right now, do you mean like right in this moment or like just in general in this moment? Because if it's hitting you right now in this moment, do some tapping or do some box breathing. Remember the tapping exercise where you start under your eyes, you go to your shoulder blades, then one hand over your heart, then your rib cage, and repeat. Slows down the vagus nerve, which slows down your adrenaline. Box breathing is the same amount of counts as an inhale, and then hold, and then exhale. So 3 seconds in, 3 seconds hold, 3 seconds out, and repeat. That will calm you down right in the moment. If it's like generally speaking that you're having an issue with anxiety, you can try things like going out into nature, getting yourself like an amethyst or a smoky quartz will do good grounding. You can try drinking water that calms you down. Journal your thoughts. Speaking to spirit, praying, meditating. All of those things will help. All right, Debbie, here we go, my love. Wrong book. Okay. Message from your higher self. I mean, these the cards keep sort of repeating themselves, which I kind of love. Message from your higher self. We have the hummingbird spirit and joy. I feel like for you, this is like a reminder to not forget about joy, right? To not forget that if we look for joy, we can find it, right? This is about finding the silver lining. This is about, you know, the 5 of cups in the tarot, right? Where you have 5 cups with liquid, 3 are on the floor with the contents spilled out, and 2 are still upright. Well, are you going to concentrate on the 3 that are on the floor, or are you going to look at the 2 and go, how do we make this work still? It's reminding you that you have a choice for joy, right? Message from your heavenly beings is the thicket of thorns and uncertainty. I think that spirit is recognizing within you that you feel like trepidatious. I almost feel like your heart's going too fast a little bit, right? That you feel like a what am I trying to say? It's like like a lot of procrastination and sort of like that adult chess game, right? Where, well, if I do this, then this will happen. If I do that, then that will happen. And then you talk yourself out of any movement, right? Living in like my heart's beating out of my chest just saying that to you. Like I feel like you're not so much living in the outcome, but like you take a situation and a scenario and follow it all the way through and continuously sort of pull out the negative possibilities, right? Message from your earth spirit. So for you, outside is your happy place, whether you know it or you don't. This is coming from the divine earth mother, animal, plant, tree, and stone allies. You've got the daffodil fairy and new beginnings. So I say, go outside. Go outside and allow yourself to see all of the possibilities. Even in this state of time, right? Even in this current energy where it's cold and it's damp and the leaves are falling and we're getting ready for winter and, you know, it's darker as for the same amount of time that it's light, right? And, you know, you got to like put your blankets and your coats and your mitts and your boots or whatever on. You can still see the blessings outside. You can still see growth. You can still see happiness. You can still find joy. You can still see living things working in connection with other living things. Going outside, I feel, is going to be a place of tranquility and peace and almost sort of like a solid foundation for you to bring focus towards yourself. That's what I'm getting from that card for you. Message from your ancestors. You've got the dragonfly spirit and change, which is why you need to have that understanding of joy, right? That unexpected joy that we can find in every single little thing, right? I mean, you go outside and you look down at the ground and you see a little ant carrying a little thing. Or you see a chipmunk or a squirrel who's got a walnut or an acorn or an apple or something. And it's like an Olympic relay race. Like they are just working in tandem back and forth because they're storing up for the winter. It's a miracle. What that squirrel has lived through, it is a miracle what that ant does. It's a little blessing. Message from your future self. We've got this card of Enchanted Fern Grotto and Refuge. So, the uncertainty that may be coming from change, because we can't see the joy, because we feel overwhelmed or overcome. We've got to get outside to find that focus and that clarity and that sense of like, I can just breathe better out here. I can just breathe easier. There's no pressure. It's quiet. It's serene. It's tranquil. I feel alert. I feel alive. And it's a proven statistics that 90 minutes outside reduces your stress level by up to 40%. That's crazy. And if you can't go outside, look out the window. You know what I mean? You need to listen to your body and take the refuge where you can to be able to then rejuvenate yourself so that you can continue to navigate change from a joyful and positive mindset. That's your message. And I love that for you. All right. Debbie says, I love being outside any time of the year. Awesome. Bims said, I'll be back after supper. Hi, Gerald. All right. The greatest of confidence can be found in spirit. Yes. Yes, Jess. And divine white light too, 100%, Lise. Okay, so you were answering my question, Lise, about the anxiety. Right now, a sprained ankle this afternoon and found out I might have bed bugs. I'll do those things. Thank you. The greatest of confidence can be found in spirit. All right, so everybody here knows the code word in the chat. Code word for Lise, please. Let's send her a little bit of love and a little bit of encouragement. Good for you, Debbie. I love that attitude, my friend. I love it. All right, Mary Thornberry. Mary. Don't forget, you guys, 9 p.m. I am back on Doesn't Catch Chats, which is my other channel, where we're talking about other people's opinions and how they influence us. All right. Thanks, Pierrette. Everybody, that's the code word for the chat. Hugs in capital letters. I want to see that chat flying with hugs for Lise. Hugs on repeat. That's what I want to say for Lise. All right, Miss Mary Thornberry, here we go, my friend, with the Prism Oracle for you. Good grief. Throwing the cards again. I should have just sat on the floor. It would have been easier. No, you guys, right? The cards have been on fire tonight. Goodness gracious. I'm supposed to get... Apparently, I need my exercise. All right. All right. You gotta love it when you're like, I need 5 cards and you get 9. But there you go. It's all good. All works. All right. Oh, you're very welcome, Mary. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt there is, Paisley. No doubt there is. Probably not paying attention to something. Sip, sip. Okay, here we go for Miss Mary. All right, Miss Mary, the energy that's on its way out. Magic. Oh, my hair just went all like crazy. Static. So the energy on its way out, magic. Hold that thought for a moment, okay? The energy that's coming in, determination. So I sort of feel like this is like a message of I hope and pray that everything's going to work out. And now you have an attitude where it's totally going to work out. Because, like, no is not an option. Like, it's just, nope. It's going to work out. It has to work out. It's like, does that make sense? It's that kind of vibe I'm picking up. The lesson that you're learning right now, I think that Hypnocity got this card in the exact same spot, is sweetness. And again, this feels like kindness towards yourself, an understanding of working with it rather than resisting it, right? That you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So being kinder to yourself, working with yourself in an encouraging and acknowledging way, as opposed to sabotaging yourself or beating yourself up for what is deemed a bad decision or a bad choice. Advice from your higher self. Fear. Friends, I know this one well. This one and I are BFFs. You tell this one, there is no place for you here. That's why we are determined. That's why we are treating ourselves with kindness, is because this thing needs to go back here where it belongs. Like, I'm done with you. That was yesterday. That was before. I have a different understanding now. I know what I need to do. There's no place for you. The outcome of this period in your life, I got 3 cards, which I believe sort of back up the other cards. We've got frustration, the fear of change, or the disillusion that whatever you're doing isn't working because it's not working, fast enough, or something of that nature. That's before. That's something else. Got to take that time with this space card to have the understanding and the clarity that only comes from an enlightened understanding, right? The power of spirit, the power of prayer, the power of meditation, and being able to align yourself, right? Which then brings us to the strength card. Because if fear goes out the window, if frustration goes out the window, we allow ourselves the space to bring in that new perspective, that enlightened understanding. We then become determined to stand in our power, right? To remember that we have that solid foundation within us to stand on. That's what I got for you, Mary. I hope that resonates. Hope it makes sense. I love that for you. Beautiful reading for Miss Mary. Okay, we move on now to, we've got 3 to go. So we're going to try to get through these quickly so that I can take a small break before I go on my other channel. We have Pierrette, then we have, we have Lise next. Then we have Pierrette, and then we have Jess. You're very welcome, Mary. Okay. Lise wants a message from the Sacred Oracle, Sacred Forest Oracle. All right. Deb, are you feeling any better, love? Deb was sick for quite a while there, for almost a month, right? I hope you're feeling better. Good stuff, my friend. Good stuff. I love the little emojis with the ghost, Lise. I just seen those now. I love that. Good grief. All the cards are coming out. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful cards for Lise. Okay, my friend. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. All right. Energy that's on its way out. Whoops, sorry. Wrong book. Message from your higher self. You have the Raven Spirit and Truth. Standing in your truth. Speaking your truth. What does that mean? It's easy to say. It's like, a form letter. honoring your truth, standing in your truth, is allowing yourself to communicate clearly your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and sometimes even your understanding about what is happening, whether it be to you or to other people. Now, sometimes when we speak our truth, which we are encouraged to do often, because that allows us to release anything that we're holding on to us that may be, a burden to us in terms of a weight that is sort of pulling us down. We want to bring ourselves up to a higher vibrational state. And so we will speak our truth, and also to put it out in the universe, to speak it into existence, right? It's like almost like a verbal manifestation, if you will. And then all of a sudden someone criticizes you for it. Someone blames you or shames you because you dared to say how you feel, because they don't like it. That can happen. And that is a really real thing. It's happened to me many, many a time. People don't like it when I say that I have anxiety panic disorder. Some people think that I should not say it. I'm not ashamed of it. It doesn't define me. So I have to reconcile that with myself. That if I say how I feel, as long as it's done in a kind and considerate way, that some people may not be able to accept it. And just a little food for thought on that same level. And I'm not saying that you do this. I'm just saying, in terms of what I'm saying, you don't always have to speak it out loud to another person. You could write it in your journal. You could take yourself outside. You could be in the bathtub and be speaking to spirit, for gosh sakes. You could tell the dog or the cat. You could tell your best friend, your husband, your wife, your brother or your sister, your children. You could just say it to yourself in your head, right? But honoring your truth is setting up boundaries for yourself and limits for yourself, having standards for yourself. These are the things that I will do. These are the things that I will not do, and not to waver on those things. It's very much like boundaries to me, right? It's like, think of it like a code of ethics for yourself. The truth. That is a message from your higher self. Always, always, always come from a place of standing in your truth. The message from heavenly beings is Pegasus and transcending. This is a period of growth. This is a period of change and enlightenment, of leveling up, if you will. And that's really, really hard to navigate, because sometimes we're not even aware that it's happening. But it is. Message from your earth spirits, which is your animals, your plants, your trees, and your rocks, or your stones. You have moonlight, enchantment, and magic. So the power of spirit is there for you, right? So go outside and use nature to lift your vibration up so that you can have that open sort of communication with spirit. Not saying that you don't otherwise, but I feel like it's heightened outside, right? Again, it's also really, really good for your anxiety. So it's like, for you, it would be like a twofold thing happening, right? Put your hand on the bark of the tree and ground yourself. Really tap into the strength that you find from the tranquil, peaceful sort of vibe that you get from being outside, right? The message from your ancestors. So these are your relations that have passed over. You have the meandering pathway and flow. I feel like this is, you don't have to have all the answers kind of message. It's one step in front of, or one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. It's not about the end destination, because there's a lot of beauty and a lot of learning and a lot to sort of take in as you navigate this journey. So maybe if you take a different look, instead of like, where do I want to be in 3 months? Where do I want to be tomorrow? Right? Like, help yourself to feel like you're making progress, to help yourself to make yourself feel like you're making progress. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's really easy for me to sit here and say, go with the flow. As someone who has anxiety, that's like a swear word to me. I don't know how to go with the flow. I have to control everything, because that's how I control my anxiety. So from you specifically, I get this, what that card says to me. What that card is really trying to tell you, I think, Lisa, is giving you permission to just breathe a little easier. Just breathe a little easier. That you don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to have it all figured out. It's okay if you don't have the answer to everything. Right now, in this moment, it's totally okay. Right? That's where that truth part comes in. You've got to know and believe and trust that you know what is best for you, and that, you're going to do it on your own timeline. Message from your future self is backing up what I just said. Willow spirit and flexibility. Again, to anyone who has anxiety, this is like a swear word. So imagine yourself as a bumper car. Remember the bumper cars that we all used to ride in as kids, and you go inside that cage and you'd like smash into people on purpose and laugh your brains out. You thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So dangerous. But think of the bumper car. It had this big band of rubber all the way around it, right? Which would allow you to do what? Hit something and bounce back. So really, I want you to picture yourself as the bumper car with this big, huge rubber band around you that allows you to navigate and just be a little more flexible. You just bounce back. Like, whoop, dodge that, and whoop, look at me. Right? You don't have to go to extremes, because that seems really, really daunting, especially for people that have anxiety. But you can implement a little more flexibility. Right? I think flexibility and flow for you, going back to the whole, that is your truth. If that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Oh, you're welcome, Pooja. Glad you're back, Bims. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps a little bit. Lise, thank you so much for being here, and I hope that the anxiety gets better, my friend. Pierrette, I think you said that you wanted the sacred forest, right? Just real fast, can you pop that in the chat, Pierrette, and let me know? I've got my pajamas on, you guys. Which, by the way, they look a little Christmassy, don't they? But that's okay. I don't think that they look like pajamas necessarily. Would you guys know that they were pajamas if I didn't tell you that they were pajamas? Oh, I know. Listen, it's like, really? Yes, exactly. Breathe in nature. Yeah. I bought these pajamas last year. And I don't know why, but I never really wore them a whole bunch. But I'll just stand up real quick and show you. Right? Like, it doesn't look like pajamas, right? And it's just, pants. Like, so they don't really look like pajamas? I mean, now that I've told you that I'm wearing my pajamas. But I'm comfy. And besides, you guys are supposed to be here for the readings, not for what I'm wearing. So it's all good, right? Oh, listen, I love Old Navy. I don't know if you guys have realized that I have a lot of Old Navy stuff. Okay, I've got my blankie on. By the way, color coordinated blankie. I mean, that I didn't do that intentionally. Okay, Pierrette. Miss Pierrette. Oh, I gotta hurry up. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bims. I like it. You're right. It is. It's like a big hug. Oh, thank you. You know what? So my eyes are hazel. So like, you know, a mixture, brown, green, right? But what happens when I get upset or when I get angry, my eyes go green, which is just kind of funny to me. So I used to have a friend that called me the green-eyed monster. And my sister her eyes are the same as mine, meaning she has hazel eyes, except for she has this just the most beautiful sort of like a gold fleck in her eye. It's so pretty. Like her eyes are beautiful, just beautiful. I love the color of her eyes. Her eyes are like my mom's, and my eyes are like similar to my dad's eye color. And as my dad got older, I think this happens though. His eyes went like what you're saying, a little more bluey gray. So maybe my green will go a little blue. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Love this for you, Pierre. Okay. First card that you have out, message from your higher self. You've got the wise woman of the grove and grace. Okay. You are so loving and so kind and so... Hi, Quincy. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, hi. What's up? You want to say hi to Pierrette? You have something to add to her reading? He's just like, he just sat on all your cards. I feel like it's like the way that you carry yourself and you know, like you're just like the light in the room is kind of what I want to say. Like, I don't want to sound ridiculous when I say that. I mean that. Like, I feel like you're just the light in the room that everybody navigates toward, right? Towards. So your message from your higher self is never forget that you are that, right? That you are that bright light for so many people. Message from your heavenly beings. You've got the Raven Spirit and Truth. So again, for you, I feel like this is more like honoring your truth. I feel like you don't say how you feel because you might be worried about what other people think if you express yourself. So honoring your truth. Message from the Earth Spirit. We have the Bluebell Fairy and Gratitude. Aw, blessings, Quincy. We've got the Bluebell Fairy and Gratitude with the Quincy fist bump. I don't know if you've seen that. And I feel like there is an appreciation that you have for all of the living things. But I feel like you don't allow yourself to partake in that. Like, I think that you get appreciation from outside, but I don't think that you allow yourself to take those moments for yourself to appreciate. Hi, Rosie. Hi, baby girl. You want to say hi too? Yeah, hi. Yeah, this isn't going to go over well with Quincy on the desk. Hi, baby girl. Can mommy finish? Can I finish Pierrett's reading? Hi. Hi. You're not. Come here. Come. Yeah, I can see that. Can you pick her up? Because I'm trying to finish the reading. Or get her to go. Sorry. Please hold technical difficulties. Hi, baby. Oh, oh, oh. Hello, everybody, says Rosie. Oi. Mwah. Ooh, you want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. Mwah. Okay, mommy's gotta finish her readings. Okay, you go with daddy. Good girl. Whoop. Okay. All right. Back to business. So sorry for the for that. I feel like you don't allow yourself to appreciate the fact that you get such joy from outside, and so I feel like this is encouraging you to go outside, right? To take the time to appreciate the outside, because it sort of does what you need it to do for you, if that makes sense. The next card that we have is a message from your ancestors, and we have the meandering pathway and flow. Again, like really strongly, I feel like you don't need to know all the answers, so stop trying to figure it out. And what I mean by that is, it's okay if you don't know what's going to happen like next week. If you don't have it all figured out, it's totally okay. I feel like internally, your mind knows that, but your heart does the what ifing, if that makes sense. All right, Deb, enjoy, my friend. Thank you for being here. Bye, Gerald. Thank you for being here. And then the last card that we have, which is message from your future self, is the Earth Spirit and stability. Again, this is like this, you know, is the truth and the grace in which you carry yourself. You have the focus, you have the clarity, and you have the connection. And I think that whatever you need to come through will come through for you. Whatever you need will be able to be manifested, right? Like all of those kinds of things in divine timing will happen. I feel like you need to like lighten up a bit. I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, which is totally understandable with what you've got going on in your life. Just there's a level of understanding that needs to happen here, and I think that's why the flow and the stability and the grace is showing up, that I am doing everything I can all the time for everyone, and I can't do any more, and that just has to be good enough. And whatever is going to happen is going to happen. That's it. It's not going to change that. And I will be ready for it, because I will just continue to navigate as I do. Right? It's sort of like, I own it, I accept it, I've done everything I can, and the rest is out in the universe. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. I hope that I'm conveying that properly. But that's what I got for you, Pierrette. Many blessings to you, my friend. All right, Jess is up. And just says, if there's time, may I please have a message from Spirit for the next week, please and thank you. And just said, Sacred Forest for her. Oh, you're very welcome, Pierrette. Many blessings to you, my love. All right. All right, we'll give these guys a good shuffle. Everybody's leaving. Hopefully you're all heading over, going to get a snack, and then all heading over to Dozen Cats Chats, where we're going to be talking about other people's opinions and how they influence us. Now, well, I've still got a couple of you here. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to. Now, if I come back next week, or like during the week, I don't know what night I'll be on, but I will come back one night next week, or like this week. Do you guys want to see what do you want to do? Do you want to do the garden readings? This guy here, where we toss the stones into the garden for sort of like a mid-month check-in? Or do you want to have a conversation about sabotaging ourselves with negative thinking? Or do you want to just do like a cards and chat kind of thing? You guys let me know in the chat. Sure, Bims, I'll do you real quick. Just tell me what cards you want, hon. I'm sorry if I forgot you. After an hour and 15 minutes, I start to lose my mind. Sorry. All right, here we go. This is for Jess. Garden, okay. Okay. Another card on the floor. One more. All right, Bims. Sounds good. Whoop, and that one flipped right over. All right, here we go. Card number 1 for Miss Jess. Message from your higher self. You have the thicket of thorns and uncertainty. This feels like like you're trying to make a decision about something and you're finding like reasons to procrastinate, or you're not allowing yourself to believe that when you have said, okay, this is what I want to do, that it's going to work out for the best. Like you say it and then you like pick it apart all over again, right? I could be totally wrong, but that's what I'm getting. So this uncertainty is talking to you and saying to you, like, why are you questioning yourself? You know, realizing that the more you procrastinate and the more that you question yourself and the more that you sort of overanalyze things, the more anxiety you're actually giving yourself, right? Remember that anxiety, whether it be stressed or diagnosed anxiety is based upon fear, right? Procrastination breeds anxiety. Those things go hand in hand. They're very connected. Message from heavenly beings, you have the stag spirit and leadership. This is the emperor or the empress kind of energy. This is leadership and control and taking action, but in a very loving and nurturing way. You know, you don't have to be like a bull in a china shop, for example, to be able to show leadership, right? You can lead from your heart. You can lead by the way that you carry yourself, the way that you show kindness and positivity to others, right? So you can be a leader by saying hello to everybody with a smile on your face, because you're leading by example. Bye, Ron. Have a great rest of your night, my friends. Many blessings to you. Much love. Thank you for being here. The next card that we have is the message from the Earth Spirit. And so this is the Divine Mother, you know, the animal, the plant, the trees, etc. And we have the Dragonfly Spirit and change. Now, this may seem like a stretch, but I feel like this is, again, this is like a thought thing, right? It's not like you don't know, but when you're being pressed to make this decision or a big decision, that you might sort of, you know, forget, right? Because we're all good at solving other people's problems, not so much ourselves. But this is like a reminder of the change of seasons, you know, like what the trees do, what the flowers do, what the vegetables do, what the little animals do. Like, even though to us, I mean, you think of a tree, like look at like a giant tree anywhere in your vicinity, anywhere in your neighborhood, right? Especially like during the winter when like all the leaves fall and they look like stark and old and crotchety, you know what I mean? And you're like, the wind and the rain and the snow and like, you know, hurricanes and thunder and lightning, and how do they survive that? They look so fragile when you look up at the top and the leaves are all blowing around and dancing in the wind, but you know, they withstand these elements because their roots are down in the ground so deep, spread out. So are yours. So are yours. It didn't just pop up yesterday, right? You come from a long line. You have those same roots. You have to believe that the roots, the things that you have done in your life experiences, the way that you approach things, your mind and your heart, all of those things provide you with that sense of foundation, right? Your roots go deep into the ground too. You're not as fragile as you look. You're a lot stronger than you think you are. And there's some kind of correlation between nature and that for you. That if you go outside into nature, that things start to get clearer and make more sense to you, right? You can think outside, that kind of vibe, right? Takes away your troubles and puts things into perspective for you. Message from your ancestors is the Daffodil Fairy and new beginnings. The ancestors, the roots going down into the ground, right? I can do it. I can handle anything that comes my way. I am strong. I have a solid foundation. I am secure. Being able to take on any kind of change that comes towards you. Message from your higher self, or from your future self, is the Aspen Spirit and courage. Again, speaking to your strength, right? You've got like leadership. You've got new beginnings, and you've got courage. That is how you handle uncertainty and change. So meditate, I want to say. And when you do meditation, imagine yourself as a tree. Sit there with your feet on the ground and imagine yourself as a tree, and that your legs and your feet are the roots of the tree, and let them spread out to anchor you, right? To really ground you so that you can weather any kind of element that comes towards you. and still remain beautiful and fragile. But really, I don't want to say fragile. I want to say agile, right? So that you can still sway in the breeze and dance when the rain comes. Do you know what I mean? That's what I get for you, love. Hope that makes sense. All right, last up is BIMS. And we'll do this right here. And then I must fly. I have enough time for a potty break. All right, we're going to do the Prism Oracle for you, BIMS. You do that best with negative thinking? Yeah, listen. I'm the queen of self-sabotage is what I am. Although I must say that I am not anymore because I work on it every single day. But yeah. All right. Oh, you're very welcome, Jess. Thank you for being so patient and waiting all that time. I really appreciate that. All right. For BIMS, and we'll get our cards out. Oh, did you? Well, happy belated birthday, my friend. Happy belated birthday. All right. Okay. Wow. All right. So first card that we have, energy that's on its way out. You have space. So I'm not sure if you were isolating yourself, if you were sort of pressing the pause button and removing yourself from people or situations that would upset you. So maybe staying away from the news or social media. It feels like distance, right? Creating that distance for yourself, that you don't need that distance anymore. The energy that's coming in towards you is intuition. So navigating, helping to make decisions, how I react to things, that type of idea is based on a gut instinct in the moment rather than sort of sitting there allowing yourself to think about all the things that could go wrong and that sort of same sort of self-sabotagey kind of vibe, right? Relying on what my inner wisdom is telling me to do in that moment, right? Okay, yeah, I'm totally vibing that. The lesson that you're learning right now is that you've got the card of protection. So whether this means that you are protected by spirit or things that you have done to protect yourself, or just an overall feeling of being protected, meaning that I am in control of what happens to me. I am in control of how I react to things, how I feel about things, what I do about things, whether I acknowledge things or I don't, whether I fret or I don't, right? Maybe it's I've had to put boundaries up to protect myself. And oftentimes people think that boundaries are about you. Like, I'm putting some boundaries up. And so you think you must have done something. Oh, she doesn't like me. She has to put boundaries up. No. I'm putting boundaries up to protect me. It's about me. My boundaries have nothing to do with you. They're about protecting me because I feel like I need to increase my strength. I feel like I need an extra layer of protection. They're not about other people. So whether you've done that and you just feel like you're more protected, which means that you feel stronger, you feel more capable, you've got like your shield and your sword and you're ready for it. Not that you want it. You're not inviting it. Don't misunderstand. Matt, advice from your higher self. I love this. I love this because this totally ties into what you said about the self-sabotage. Stop. Now, I don't want to turn your reading into a funny, but like, girl, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop, 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 stop. You tell that negative self-sabotaging mindset to take a long walk to the curb and drop themselves off, because you're not buying what they're selling. Nope, sorry, not doing that. Not doing that. Not vibing with that today. I am in control here, not you. I say who, I say how, I say when, I say why. Hit the curb, right? Listen, I don't want to be a smarty pants when I say this to you. That statement right there, that is going to be hard to stop the negative. And I know that you meant it as a joke. I say things like that all the time. So this is not a criticism. This is just an example of exactly what I'm trying to convey. That statement has negative connotation all over it. You are implying in that statement that there is a possibility, there is a chance that you can be swayed from whatever your thoughts, your feelings, or your emotions are about a particular thing, right? No, I can't. So the way to combat negative self-sabotaging thinking is to turn that sentence into a positive. So there's no negative in it whatsoever. That is how you combat negativity. And what you need to do when it comes to that kind of thing is you need to be consistent and consecutive. You need to do it every single day, over and over and over and over and over again, until it becomes just the way you see things. So every sentence you read, everything that you say, the news reports, you have to reword it till it comes out positive for you. That's about protecting yourself so that you don't hear negativity, that you don't take on unnecessary negativity, right? So that is going to be hard to stop negative. When I see that, I say, it is not impossible for me to kick negativity to the curb. Sounds a little more hopeful, right? I am trying very hard to learn to love myself. I am making progress on learning to love myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. The last card, the outcome of this period in your life, you've got anger. You know what I feel? I feel really encouraged by this reading, and I'm sure that you're sitting there going, Kelly, really? Like, what about that? Like, why? Because this tells me that you are fed up. You are done. You are over it. I am sick and tired and sick of being in this place, in this space, in this vibe. I'm done. I am stopping this in its tracks. No more. Nope. You know why? Because I am going to protect myself. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to listen to spirit. Come on, Quince. Really? I'm going to listen to spirit. I'm going to listen to my inner wisdom. Right? And I'm going to create a space and a place for myself where I can operate from a higher vibrational state of mind and state of being, because I deserve to live my highest and best life. Boom. That was awesome. You know, that whole thing about, and I'm not promoting anger by any stretch of the imagination, but the whole concept of, if you get upset with something, like you get all like, oh my God, like I'm all embroiled in the emotion of it. My heart is like guiding me, rather than like get kind of mad at it, get kind of miffed at it. Say, excuse me, negativity, hit the curb, man. I'm so sick of you hijacking my joy. I'm not going to allow you to do that anymore. Doesn't mean you have to like lose your mind over it and have a fight with it. Just like no. Like no, this stops now, this stops today. No more. Like get serious with it. No. There's no more trying today. I'm doing it. Like that kind of thing. Does that make sense? Negative, Paisley says negative is like worry, which is like a rocking chair, keeps you busy but doesn't get you anywhere. Ask yourself, am I rocking chairing? I love that, Paisley. Great one. Bim says, I am letting go of anger since I've started watching it. Oh, blessings, Bims. Thank you ever so. You are the best. Bims, thank you so much for your kind words. I really, 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 truly appreciate it. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That means an awful lot to me. I'm so glad that you get something from what we do here. That is the goal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to fly because I got to be on my other channel in literally 3 minutes. It gives me enough time just for a potty break. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and all that good stuff. And hopefully I will see you on the other channel, Dozen Cats Chats. I will stick the link into the description box one more time for those of you that didn't see it earlier and are not already subscribed. That's where I'll be. We're talking about other people's opinions and how they may influence us. And I will see you when I see you next. And until then, I wish you many, many, many blessings. Mwah! Bye for now. Hey, baby. That's a good boy.